I'm Khalid Bryan, real estate broker and owner of the Investment Property Gurus and the AV Club podcast studios. No, we're not going to start there. We're not going to start there because we're leading up to that. That's where we're going. We're getting there. So because we're getting there, we're going to start somewhere else. During my first job at Publix, it's a grocery store, I would always have little side hustles, so I would take my checks, I would buy something on eBay. I learned if you go on eBay and type lot or wholesale lot, you'll see like these different things that they sell boxes of. Am I recording? Yep, I'm recording. That you would see boxes of. So I would just type wholesale lot. I would see a box of 30 knives for $20, a box of 40 t-shirts. Okay, I wouldn't buy t-shirts, but you get the gist. Lots. Look up lots. So I would buy lots and then sell them individually to, other kids around my age in the neighborhood. So, obviously they're pocket knives. Everybody wants a pocket knife. So I'm selling pocket knives. I'm flipping little things here and there. And when I lost that job for getting fired, I just went right back to what I already knew. It kind of was second nature. I had $200 saved up because I just got in the habit of, you should save. So I started putting little ones and fives in a a business card holder. So I would wake up, take that little stack of money, and I would go to yard sales. I would put about $10 in my gas tank just because that's about how much I had to spare. So I'll put $10 in my gas tank and ride around the yard sales every Saturday morning and just buy out whatever I thought looked valuable that they had priced low. So cameras, jewelry, anything like that. I did that for a little while. Then cash for gold came around, started being a big thing. I did some research on that, became a gold buyer. That went well for a while. I upgraded and got my auction license to be a auto broker. So I would go to car auctions. Some of them would have free donuts. So that was cool because, I'm not making money. So if I could show up, do some work and still get a free, breakfast, let's do it. So I did the car thing for a while. It was very hot, very tedious. You would have to wake up extremely early because the auctions were like 7 a.m. And I did make money doing it, but it was just the heat, the stress, the work to the payout. It wasn't worth it. If you want more information on that, drop a comment below. I'll do a full video on the whole car auction game if you want to get into that. Outside of that, I would flip things. If I had something here, I'll buy it from somebody. I'll sell it over here. If somebody has something they didn't use, I'll be like, hey, you want to sell that? I got $20 right here. I buy it, sell it over here. So after I'm doing that with random stuff, I'm doing it with gold. I'm doing it with cars. It's kind of like, what's next? In this whole mist of just hustling, I did get a seasonal job as a school photographer. That went on for about a full school year. I did like it. I was able to come up with a new hustle to, sell photo shoots to people. I would do stock photography. It was just so many different things that it just kept taking me back to, if you get the idea, you could do it on your own. So next level up, I went and got my real estate license. I found it online. I did it from bed. I knocked it out in about 2 months or so, and I'll just hit the ground running. So when I started my first brokerage, the situation was really because I don't have any other income. I need this. It was kind of fight or flight, So there was a book I read, The Power of Broke. It talked about how not having anything to your name could possibly be your biggest advantage, So you're more resourceful, more insightful. You want to look into more. You'll go a bit further than someone who's, say, kind of been successful for a while. They're more chill, more relaxed. So doing that, I'm getting this. My first month was rocky. I honestly did no business until maybe month 3. And even that was probably a rental. I got maybe $350, but I was grateful for it. I was happy. Once I got that first taste of blood, I just kept going and closing, and I would just do showings left and right. I'm just accepting all showing requests. I'm not saying no to anybody. No, I'm not pre-screening. Majority of my showings didn't come through because they weren't ready to buy anything, but still I was turning business. I felt like I wasn't in a position to turn away anything. Some hardships I did endure because I was a brand new agent at the time. I'm young. I'm still, I'm like 20, 21. I don't even have facial hair at this time, so it's not a good look. So when I'm confronting certain clients, especially of certain price ranges and certain calibers, they would look at me and have a certain bit of skepticism, or you could tell they weren't very comfortable. They want to know who else is working with us. Do you have a partner? Where's your broker? So To combat that, I had to read more. So I wasn't really a reader, but I would do audiobooks because I have a friend, Jason Key Footage. Look him up. He would always do audiobooks, so he put me onto that. So I got an Audible account, and it was just uphill from there. So what I would do is in these conversations, I would bring up certain things that I learned in certain books, and it would just blow their mind with how intelligent I was. They were like, that's crazy, you know, like he's like a boy genius. Wow, I have to work with this guy. And then once they got past that barrier, I would just make sure to follow up and just be myself. You know, I didn't put on, so to say, a different voice when I was speaking to certain clients. It became they favorite that. It kind of made them feel like they had a connection, you know, like, oh, this is my friend. You know, like I know this guy. Oh, you don't know this guy? Come on, that's my man. That's my friend. So it just plays off on all of it. So I guess if I'm giving advice to someone who's a young agent starting out, just work harder than the next person. And if you're not using all of your extra time doing showings and talking to clients, use that time to learn. So if you're learning, then you can teach. And while you're teaching, that's where you're building your client base, in my opinion. I would rather teach and get clients than sit here and send out postcards all day and try to get clients and they got to figure out who I am. So I'd rather get the people who want to work with me because they're like, I see he clearly knows what he's talking about. He's clearly genuine about it, and I feel comfortable doing business with him and spending my hundreds of thousands of dollars with this person. It just goes to that's what makes you a good realtor. It's not so much how many deals you close. I think you're more so judged with the deals you don't close. That's not all. I mean, I've been on showings. I've had the police called on me. I've been on showings. I've had the neighbors come up for no reason, just harassing me. I've been on showings. I've had neighborhood security come in, stop me, and tell me I have to wait for my client somewhere else. I'm like, leave me alone, you know? So it's not easy. There are going to be some obstacles you got to overcome. And the hardest part is just feeling like you belong in a world where there's this image of what a realtor is. And all that to say, I'm here to try to redefine that. So here is my new office. This is my real estate brokerage. And in it, I actually built the podcast studio. I just felt like if you're going to make a change and redefine something, why not do something different enough like that? So my goal is for my brokerage, the Investment Property Gurus, to kind of be on the standard, if not above the standard, of what Bigger Pockets is. So my goal for my agents and myself is to just continuously learn different aspects of investment real estate, see what other people are doing, how other people are making money, see how other people are losing money, really get out there. I personally have an extensive experience in property management. And until recently, I just decided I'm just going to drop everything, start from scratch, and just go for a new career. And that career is this office right here, which I may move. One thing I learned is when people are talking to me, they'll ask me, so how much money do you make? So what was the biggest deal you closed? That's not what you want to look for when you're choosing a broker. Well, that's not the type of advice you want to look for. You don't want to compare their experience to what yours is going to be, you know? So when you get into the field, once you start, don't be stressed out because the next agent started 2 days ago and they're coming in with deals. You don't know how long ago they've been telling people about real estate. You can't compare your day one to someone else's day 331. It doesn't add up. It's not the same. Everyone's going to have a different path, a different experience, and meet different people. And what this career is about is the people you meet and how you maintain those relationships. We literally don't have an actual product we can pick up and sell someone. We don't have a return program. Literally all we do is maintain relationships. Once you can comprehend that aspect, sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. If I had to give you some advice just as a newer agent or even an experienced agent looking for ways to improve, the biggest thing is to not focus on trying to close. Again, I can't stress enough that this is a career about relationships. So the best agents are really going to be judged in the deals they didn't close. If I can track down a client of a deal that fell through from you, what are they going to say about you? Are they going to refer you? Because from what I've learned, the deals that fall through, those are the clients that are more likely to give you referrals. Why? I don't know. I guess they feel like they owe you something because, you spent your time showing them all these properties and they didn't give you anything. But Definitely treat every deal, no matter the size, no matter the client, no matter if you think they're gonna be approved or not. Treat everyone as if you're gonna close tomorrow. I mean, I guess that's a bad way to look at it because you're not supposed to look at it monetarily. Just work. Just do your job. Just help people get where they need to go, figure out their goals, come up with a game plan with them, and get it done. And if you do that good enough, the checks will start to just show up. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be this month. It may not be this year. But if you do it long enough and get enough people talking about you, you can only imagine if every day you're doing the same thing, more and more people are going to talk about you. That's success.